I'm going to do some introductions really quick so that we know who we're talking with. Down at the end, we have Jonathan Miller with ForgeBusiness. He's the CEO. He's been active in the online marketing and affiliate management industry since 1997. He's recognized by some anyway as somewhat of an authority on affiliate marketing, is a popular conference speaker and industry blog journalist. John has implemented and managed programs in such diverse industries as online gaming, life insurance, electronics, and financial services. He's married with 2 daughters and lives in Johannesburg, South Africa, from where he and his team at ForgeBusiness manage leading programs in the USA, the UK, Canada, and South Africa. We welcome you, Jonathan. Next to Jonathan, we've got Ian Larson, and Ian is the Director of Affiliate Relations for Digital River's One Network. I believe you're sponsoring the party tonight, aren't you? So we'll thank Ian for the party. Recently brought on by Digital River to build out communication strategy and to train the One Network's growing staff. Before Digital River, Ian spent nearly 3 years at Partner Centric, where he managed over 15 different affiliate programs from a wide range of industries, from jewelry to inkjets. Working under Linda Woods, Larson has developed out a strong sense for cutting-edge strategies and a thorough understanding of what it takes to manage a successful affiliate program. Next, we have, by the way, both Jonathan and Ian are on the pro side of coupon affiliates. Next, we have David Lewis. David is the CEO and founder of 77blue.com. 77blue operates shopping portals including cashback, any coupons, and several private label websites for partners. Prior to founding 77blue, David spent 2.5 years in business development at GoTo.com, which was renamed Overture, with a mission to convince American and European internet executives that paid search was the wave of the future and not the work of the devil. Today, David is trying to professionalize affiliate marketing and paid search. You can read David's views on a wide range of topics, including how merchants can use their affiliate publishers to protect and enhance their brand and revenues. Now, David is on the con side of the coupon issue, which is interesting because if you listen to his bio, he has a website called nacoupons.com. So we're going to find out how a person that runs a coupon site can be on the con side of the issue.
And Marty, one thing, my fellow panelists ask that you please refrain from throwing anything until after they've left the stage. And here we have the target here.
And then last but certainly not least, we have Michelle Madhok. She is the president of SheFinds. Michelle, SheFinds.com and SheFindsMom.com. That's hard to say. SheFindsMom.com. I should have practiced that. These are online publications that help busy women everywhere shop the web for the latest finds. Her shopping tips have been featured in numerous media outlets, including WWD, NBC, Investors, Business Daily, Chicago Tribune, and New York Post. Prior to launching SheFinds, Michelle enjoyed a career in new media. She was the director of entertainment marketing for CBS Broadcasting and later group director of editorial products for women at AOL. And she has a BS in communication from UC Berkeley. We won't hold that against you. And an MS in marketing from Northwestern University. So that is our panel today. Let's give them a hand for coming and sharing with us. My name is Marty Fahncke. I'm the moderator today. I'm here basically in 2 capacities. One is to act as a moderator and keep the sparks from getting too hot up here on the table, but also to help you as the audience interact so we can all have a really great time today. You may know me from the preview teleseminar calls that we have, the Affiliate Summit preview calls. How many of you were able to attend and listen to any of those preview calls with the speakers that we had? Jim Boughton, great. We appreciate you attending those. Hope they were helpful to you, and we'll be deciding on whether we're going to do those in the future. So, without further ado, we're going to get started right away with the questions, if everybody's ready. All right, great. And again, I'm going to ask just a few questions to get things started. As you see some issues or some comments that you want to make, raise your hand, and we'll get to you, and we'll get the ball rolling with some audience interaction. So to start with, what is the big deal about coupons, and why is everybody so worked up about it? And why don't we start down at the end? Jonathan.
Go ahead, take it. I think from our perspective, obviously we see a wide range of merchants, and the fact is that I'm on the pro side of coupons, but dealing with a number of merchants or a wide range of merchants, not all merchants are pro coupons, and it even works for some. And in many cases, what works for one merchant doesn't work for another. And in cases where one merchant will get enormous value from a coupon campaign, a merchant with a different product set or a different type of product will not see value at all from having a coupon campaign. And I think the controversy surrounding coupons, certainly from our perspective, is the value that the coupon site delivers in the acquisition process or the retention process. It's whether they're actually able to help the merchant close the sale, whether they're actually able to deliver value when they're acquiring the customer the first time, or whether they're actually able to deliver value when that customer comes back, whether they're actually able to deliver value in retaining that customer for the merchant. There's some products that enable customers, or there's some products that enable coupons to really just come by and, let me stop, sorry. There's some merchants that are, when they use coupons, use it as a means of driving their competitors out of business. Dell, for instance, is able to take a coupon and give a really low value coupon and saturate the marketplace. But when you take a competitor to them, and these guys go out into the marketplace with an offer, they come off, and you find that the affiliates in the marketplace using this coupon are not really able to go out and provide one another with any means of adding differentiation. And that's really where the problem comes in.
Well, you're supposed to be on the pro side of things, and that's sounding a little bit common.
I know, I'm kind of rambling. The problem is that this morning I had a long discussion with one of the affiliates where he said, it works, but it doesn't work. I am on the pro side. However, the problem is not every affiliate is able to deliver that value that needs to be delivered. And I think that is one of the conversations I had with David. So I think I'll stop right there and we'll come back to this discussion.
Okay, Michelle, do you want to tackle what Jonathan was talking a little bit about, bringing value to the merchants, and what your thoughts are on that topic regarding coupons?
Well, my contention is that there's different kinds of affiliates, coupon affiliates and more editorial brand affiliates. And if you're a retailer, you have to think about, are someone really building your brand, or are they just buying a deal? So on a commodity, I can kind of understand coupons. I'm going to buy a computer or a television, and it's all the same. But when it comes to a luxury or something that not everyone has, I don't think you necessarily need coupons. I was talking to Smart Bargains today, and we were saying, I don't even think you need coupons for people to buy. If they like it, and they're not going to find it somewhere else. I'm not sure it's the best way to build your relationship with your consumer, just couponing.
You've got a thought, obviously, Dave.
Well, yeah, I think I am stuck in the middle of the two. I tend to agree with a lot of what Jonathan said. And let me ask you a question. How many folks out there ask the question every day, how does what I'm doing benefit my consumer? I actually do believe Connie, a lot of folks, I don't know. So there aren't a lot of people saying that, and that's really the position I take with why I'm against not all coupon sites, but most coupon sites, and how I can have a site called Any Coupons and be on the con side here. To start with, coupon sites tend to have a false value proposition for the user. And that's one of the problems that I had owning a site called Any Coupons, in that most merchants either don't ever have coupons or don't allow coupons to be posted on coupon sites. So a user gets there, and what are they finding? So with a lot of coupon sites, one, you find a lot that are ugly. They abuse the merchant's brand. They post expired coupons. They post expired coupons and just draw a nice little line through them saying, we know that they're expired, but we'll put them up there to cause problems for your customer support. And they don't add value. What I've tried to do with our sites, and I'm not trying to do a sales pitch here, it's just I'm using my own site as an example, is we tried adding things like ratings and reviews. We're adding products. We deep link. When merchants switch networks, it's a big effort for us because there are a lot of links that have to be changed. It's not just one link, boom, it's changed, and that's all we have. We don't stuff the title tag. We don't keyword stuff the pages, which is what you find in a lot of coupon sites. So it's really about what I write about a lot of revenues is pick your partners. So having that problem with any coupons, I made the migration to Cashback, which is an incentive site, and more recently I joined a company called This Next, which is in the social shopping, collaborative shopping. If you go there, you can see our class that launches next month, and you can see more of that. But it's really about how to serve the user and how to serve different types of users. There are users who like coupons, there are users who like incentives, and there are users who want more than that. And if you look at sites, there's Connie Berg and Tim Storm, our newest legend. Are they coupon sites? And they both started out being just coupon sites, and they've enhanced their sites quite a bit. Tim has added, well, they both added forums and have raving fans on those sites. Tim has incentives. Connie has built out iShop Daily, which is a shopping comparison engine. Are these coupon sites? And while they're grouped in there, they've added value. Those are folks that I would encourage every merchant out there to work with. To Michelle's point, though, and I think John can mention this, coupons can be used right and they can be used wrong. When I go to a merchant site and I see they're offering a coupon to a user who's already on their site, I wonder why are they doing that? They're just training users. If coupons are done right and scattered around the internet, it can get those users who are just coupon users. And also, if done right, you put a value on it, like 10% off a purchase of $100 or more, you can increase the average order value. And I'll stop my rant.
A much more eloquent way of putting it than I was going off on. The problem there is that, as you say, it's in many cases the merchant that's making the mistake rather than the couponers themselves. And one shouldn't be laying the blame at the door of the coupon affiliates. In many cases, it's the merchant that is not optimizing their own performance and their own programs. And in so being, they just lazy, quite honestly, and put out a coupon and just leave it there. And because they're satisfied with the responses that they're getting, and they don't actually see whether they're adding value. Now, certainly the coupon sites that we deal with in the programs that we run, I find that there are very few coupon sites that, as you say, just put fake coupons up or type of stuff, or just put expired coupons that actually drive any significant value in any case. So I find that there are very few of these coupon sites that really matter. I have yet to find any of them that would drive any significant value or any significant traffic. So those people putting up a coupon don't bother us. So in terms of do they do any harm? No, which really negates the point of coupons are bad from that perspective. But what does damage is the fact that merchants just leaving the coupons up when they really should be optimizing that process.
Merchants or affiliates?
Merchants.
Okay.
They should be having a look at the coupon, seeing whether the coupon is actually still driving revenue or driving acquisitions. And that's the most important thing.
Now, it sounds to me that nobody here feels that coupons are bad inherently as an entity. It's just how they're being utilized is really the issue. Is that fair? So even the people who are con coupon are not con coupon, they're con coupon use or the way it's used. Okay. So we'll define that, make sure we understand. So because now, Michelle, you actually really don't use much couponing or discounting on as far as strategies on your websites because it's a little bit different kind of audience, more brand aware. That's really we use some of that, but a little bit here and there.
Well, it wouldn't be fair to my audience if there's a coupon available if I didn't make it known.
Okay. So
because as a consumer myself, what do? I shop Blue Fly. Once I get my basket full, I do a search on the net to see if I can find a coupon. So it's, if it's out there, it's out there. But it's a question of, are you almost taking money out of the merchant's pocket with those?
Okay. So let's move on to another question. A couple of you touched on it just a little bit. And let's talk about how coupons affect a merchant's brand and what the perception is to the consumer. You mentioned something about training the audience to look for coupons. What is your thoughts as far as how coupons are being used negatively there for you guys, and maybe positively, how are merchants using coupons in a positive manner to bring in new business? Why don't we start with Michelle, because I think the branding issue is something that's probably most near and dear to your heart.
Well, our biggest merchants are companies like eLuxury, Saks Fifth Avenue, and those are, I find people very price, they don't care. Price, I guess, ambivalent. If they're going to buy it, they're going to buy it. Our big sellers are shoes, which never seem to have coupons or discounts. And so I think if someone wants it, they're going to get it whether or not there's a coupon or not. So it's, I would say I'm trying to inform, instruct, and inspire a purchase, kind of making you covet what it is, rather than just here's a deal. Or are you shopping for a bargain, are you shopping for a deal, or are you shopping for a $500 handbag?
Yes, I think one point again is that if the coupon is on the merchant's site, that's an issue and that's a poor use of it. I know some merchants use them in emails to send them out, especially if there are lapsed users out there, to bring them back in, and I think that's a good way that a merchant can use it on their own network. As far as putting them on coupon sites, I do think that can be a good use. One merchant told me years ago that he could write down a coupon code when he went to bed, stick it under his mattress, and by the time he woke up in the morning, it would be all across the internet. And it's, again, pick your partners. I think embedded links work well, so if you put a coupon in a link and give it out to your value-added pre-sellers, as I like to call them, since we don't resell, but we help pre-sell. If a site is helping you out by actually sending users who are buying or buying more, and they are actually pre-selling and upselling, there's a benefit to that. And if there are enhancements on the site, like I said, that will work well.
Ian, what's your thoughts?
Well, I definitely agree with a lot of the con side and how it can affect negatively on some of the Saks Avenue, and I totally think that all merchants are not equal. And when you're getting into the coupon game, you don't necessarily want to jump in without any research. Most merchants that I've worked with or started to work with have been doing it wrong. And I agree with David, doing it through the regular retail channels is not the answer. How we do it and how I think it kind of protects our brands is we offer exclusive affiliates, exclusive coupons, and we're really adamant about doing that. And we found it to be pretty successful, but we also do a lot of testing. We test versus percentages off and dollars off and specific points and what works and what doesn't. And, new product launches, is it relevant to have a coupon or effective to have a coupon tied into a new product launch? Maybe, maybe not. But we go through a pretty extravagant testing phase, so when we do have that exclusive coupon for Connie, that she will pick that up and it will work for her. It's already tested and good to go.
Okay. Did you have any thoughts you want to share on this one?
On the point specifically about Connie, it's ironic because about a year ago, she's the focus today. One of the things that to pick up from David and yourself here, one of the things was, I think it was Furniture Find, where we'd actually done a coupon for Connie, and one of the reasons for unique coupons for unique affiliates is because there's so much piracy or copying in the affiliate industry from poorer affiliates, from the top tier couponing affiliates, where they'll actually have a look at the coupon and then simply copy it. I think we ended up having to pay Connie slightly more, I think it was, because somebody just simply copied a coupon. There certainly seems to be a number of people or a number of couponers, but it's not just coupon affiliates, it's general affiliates, where there are people that will do a lot of work in the industry to differentiate themselves as affiliates by doing the pre-sales and by actually going that extra mile to sell the product and to deliver the testimonials and then to show the value. And then there are those people that will just put up a link. And it's not necessary that's not only in the coupon industry, it's affiliate marketing in general. So as you say, differentiating yourself by finding those people. Again, because we work with such a wide variety of merchants, some merchants don't mind. They don't really care about brand damage per se. They don't mind being associated with a discount brand. So they don't care that every time that somebody wants to purchase their product, they go back to a coupon site and go and look for a 20% discount on the product. And in those cases, we can keep deploying coupons every 2 weeks. We deploy a new coupon because that works for that particular brand. And then you'll have another brand where obviously for them it's a pure acquisition strategy and that's all they want to do. Again, what it comes down to is what works for your particular company, what delivers return on investment for you, and that's something that each merchant individually has to work out. The coupon has to work as a function of your particular strategy rather than the other way around.
All right, great, thanks. Just for those in the audience who are not familiar with who Connie is, because everybody up here keeps referencing her, Connie can wave her hand. She is the owner of FlamingoWorld.com, correct? Okay, Flamingo World. So, and we appreciate you letting everybody use you as an example here. The interesting thing is you're being used as an example for both positive and negative, so that you must be doing something right to cause some controversy there. In a conversation today with a good friend of mine, we were talking about the affiliate marketing as a whole, and I've always represented the merchant side. My company has helped many companies start affiliate programs, and I've always classified affiliates into 3 different categories. Value add, which are affiliates that are actually going out there and bringing you customers you wouldn't normally have found on your own. Pirates, which are the ones that are just stealing customers and getting a commission on customers that you would have found anyway, and ones that aren't making any money. Because in my opinion, that's the only 3 categories there are. You're either value add, you're either a pirate, or you're probably not making any money in this space. So with that, I'd like each of you to talk about one website in particular that on the pro side and on the con side that you feel fits the pirate side or the value add side, and why you feel that it does that. So you got one in mind you can think of that's a con side that you would consider a pirate?
Well, there was something I heard at the PPC panel. It's not exactly on the top of the couponing, but a person on the panel said how what he'll do is talk to a merchant and say that if you don't work with us and let us bid on your trademarks, we're going to go off and work with your competitor and bid on your trademarks, which I thought was horrible and think of that as being extortion. And if somebody said that to me, I personally wouldn't work with them and would call my competitor and tell them to boot them as well, because that's who they're facing. On the topic of coupons, though, are we naming names of sites?
Do you feel up to it?
There's one that's out there, and I've actually never met the woman who runs it, Mom's View, which frankly I think is an absolutely horrible site because it is just keyword stuffing. The whole site ranks really well in Google, but it's just keyword stuffing in the title tag, keyword stuffing in links, keyword stuffing through the whole site. And I wonder, as I look at some of the affiliates out there, how they get into programs, because if I went to these sites and I were an affiliate manager and looked at it, I'd say I don't want my brand associated with these folks.
So that would fall into the category of a pirate. It's just basically siphoning off search engine traffic that's probably brand related anyways.
Right. On the positive side, I'll avoid self-promotion. The 2 that I mentioned would be Fatwell and Flamingo World, who both have really gone the extra mile. The reason why Tim won the Legend Award is he asks himself the question of, how does this benefit my consumer? If you look at everything that he's implemented, they just did a redesign of their site. They're continually adding things. They're testing. He has some things that he's been testing for several years because he doesn't feel that it's ready to release into the wild, and it doesn't benefit his consumers right. And he takes that extra step. I think Connie's done that also.
Thank you. Ian, pirate and value add.
Well, value add, like the new promises and the next jumps, the membership sites that we work closely with that deliver really great deals. I mean, these are people that have come to us and said, we want to offer your product to our members or our customers, but we need a good quality coupon, best deal you've got, never seen before, and I think that adds a lot of value, and I think those are primarily the relationships we like to offer. On the con side, I can't think of any specific site right off the top of my head, but I think there's a lot of software affiliates out there, as in download bad guys, that will actually run. Because our coupons all have custom landing pages, so the deal's written right into the landing page. So these guys will pick up these offers, sneak into our program, and they'll start selling Norton products at 25% discount just because through their to their software download, and that's definitely a bad deal. And I've also seen people, I've actually seen, because we do, for like CouponMonkey, we develop coupons that have the word like monkey in the coupon code, and I've actually seen that on other sites before too.
Do the software folks miss the irony that they're doing Norton products which stop their software?
I've brought that up to them in the past, yes.
Michelle, I know you've got some thoughts on value add and pirates.
Well, I don't have any names of sites I would consider pirates, but I know they're always like the first 5 when I search something on Google. It comes up, they'll say, we have a coupon code on stuff, you click on it, and there's no code, or it's expired codes, or it's just, check out the sale area and such and such. So I think it's a waste of time, I think.
Anything that's a waste of time?
Value add, I think it's more important than value add is if you're creating a purchase from an interest which is not necessarily a discounted interest. So I just met a guy who has this site called JogTunes, which he makes running kind of mixtapes based on the beat of your heart, using iTunes. And it's very cool. You go in, you put how fast you want to run, and how, and it comes up with song lists for you, in genre, pop. And I think this is driving people to purchase songs they might not necessarily have done. And I think that's very interesting, because that's a value add to this, to do that. And there's never any coupon.
That's a great model. Yeah. Jonathan?
There are a number of really great sites, so I'm not going to isolate one in particular, but in the coupon space, obviously, all of those that have been named here, plus people like IQ and a number of others, are on the badware side, obviously. We all know the bad players, especially the ones that we're alluding to on the guys that go and rip off existing coupons, that take the Dell coupons, think they can do icon drops onto desktops, and then when people click on it, they're going to get credit for it. There's a lot of that happening. The people that lurk in anti-piracy software, or alleged anti-piracy software, anti-spyware software, that hide their stuff in with another software that automatically downloads and starts installing. So, all those kind of people, anybody that hijacks any affiliate code, obviously, there's a lot of that happening.
What do you think of merchants who work with affiliates who do that knowingly? There are a lot of them.
There are a lot of them, and obviously they risk damaging their brands a lot more than they anticipate. The problem is, it's walking a fine line, because in the short term, when you launch an affiliate program, any merchant that launches an affiliate program needs to justify that affiliate program's existence. So when somebody walks up to you and says, look, I can deliver a certain amount of impressions and clicks and downloads and sales in the short term, and you don't have to ask where they come from, just do it. There's always that temptation to do it, and obviously we strongly urge our clients, and we don't urgently insist that they don't do it, and it's certainly the practice of our business that we don't get involved in clients of that nature, so we don't aspire to be or walk around touting spyware free, but because I think that the terminology has become overused in the affiliate industry, quite frankly. You either deal with those kind of companies or you don't. You don't have to run around with the banner. But the fact is, those things damage your brand irreparably if you're running it. Not only that, we found time and time again that even if you don't have it in your affiliate program and it gets done outside of the channel by media buying, it's still going to corrupt the channel. And I think Jeff and I have gone a couple of rounds of this in a couple of the revenues forums and blog entries. And we agree that the fact is, if you have to be policing the entire channel on this. It's not just affiliate marketing. It doesn't help to have a spyware-free affiliate channel, and the guys are still doing a media buy on the side, which involves an adware download, because it's still going to be corrupting the exact same traffic. So we work with merchants that are pretty much free across the board with that.
Before I continue, is there any questions or comments from the audience yet? Anybody want to address our illustrious Affiliate Summit MC, Mr. Jeff Molander, would like to make a comment?
First of all, there's too much agreement. Please start finding big ring. No, just kidding.
Come on.
No. Well, I should probably follow up on Jonathan's, maybe later. I don't want to give people an opportunity to ask more questions, but I've been sitting here since the beginning. Actually, you guys are doing a fantastic, balanced job. I think it's a valuable conversation so far. But David, I know, I'll ask you to speak first to this because I know you have a lot to offer. And I'd like to hear, I'd be fascinated to hear what other folks have to offer as well in terms of advice. From an advertiser perspective, I'm wondering what best practices there are out there for, if I'm an affiliate manager, what can I do to offer control? I mean, what a lot of what you're talking about is ultimately kind of control when it comes to problematic distribution of coupon codes and old coupon codes that you can't get rid of and all those kind of things. It leads to a bad experience with the customer, and it's not good for anybody. That you all seem to agree on. But so what can you do as an advertiser to work with, to run an affiliate program and have a lot of control over the distribution of your coupons that were running from telemarketing campaigns, from catalog and direct mail campaigns, shouldn't be showing up on affiliate sites, perhaps, because that corrupts the tracking process of other off the internet type of thing. What can you do to control all that and also keep the affiliates, someone from stealing Connie's exclusive offer and putting it up on their site? What can you do to get more control over that?
Well, there are a few things. Number one, pick your partners and talk to other affiliate managers to find out whom you should be working with. There really aren't a lot of good resources for that, but ask your affiliate network whom they recommend. You should be getting as much value from your network, and I see two of mine here, so hopefully they won't be the ones using this target. But demand that they offer you the services that you're paying for, one of which is to find out who are the good affiliates out there that I should be working with. You can also use your top ones to help you police, because if somebody's doing something that you don't like and they see them, they should be telling you, because they don't want somebody eating their lunch. There's a coupon code out there that says flamingo and it's popping up in places. If Connie writes you and says, hey, I see this on all of these sites, take action. Another thing that you can help with from your network is make sure that they have an easy place for affiliates to find out what is allowed and what's not allowed. Saying read the T's and C's is not a good answer coming from a network or coming from a merchant for that matter. Yes, we're in well over 1,000 programs and we may have read or skimmed a lot of the T's and C's, but I may have read the T's and C's 4 years ago and they've changed and haven't been back. How do I know, do you allow coupons to be posted? Do you allow trademark bidding? Do you allow, X, Y, and Z? Give us one place, and the networks haven't done a good job of that. CJ added the keyword link recently, which has been very helpful, but if the merchants aren't demanding that, it's not going to happen.
Anybody else want to address Jeff's question?
Well, we do things kind of on a technology level too. We have, and everybody that runs on the Direct Track platform, each piece of creative can be tied to a specific landing page, and it also can be hidden. So what we do is, not everybody gets a coupon code, number one. Those that request it will get a special piece of creative developed that goes to a special landing page that's hidden by everybody else but that one particular affiliate. So yeah, somebody could go rip off a coupon code all day long, or even rip off the custom piece of creative that has the code in it. But the bottom line is, wherever they land, they're not going to get the deal, which it protects us. It doesn't protect the sale.
So you integrate that link?
Yeah. Yeah. With Direct Track, how the link is set up, and then it's transferred into kind of a network or a redirect that's custom coded. So it's on the affiliate side, there's no way to really rob that because it's tied to creative, tied to the affiliate, tied to a landing page.
But that's just specific to your network, though.
That's all Direct Track. Yeah, all Direct Track merchant, everybody that runs on that platform.
And if they use an encrypted URL, then obviously it can't be seen. If they don't use an encrypted URL, theoretically the affiliate could replace his ID, but that's something else. More importantly to me is that on a merchant level, irrespective of the network you're using, that it's the relationships that matter. You can't run an affiliate of the people that are in that program that are delivering the value for you need to be communicated with. They need to be on the phone with them, you need to be talking to them, you need to be reaching out to them and saying, look, how are you delivering this value, how are you driving the traffic? Oh, by the way, these are the keywords you can bid on, these are the coupons you can use, here's the latest creative, you need to be pushing that out. Proactive management is the ultimate way to remove confusion and to stop people from doing things incorrectly. Because if you don't tell them how to do it, then A, they're not going to know how to do it, B, you're going to stop their apathy, and they're going to be able to pick up the correct inventory. And I mean, it's affiliate marketing 101. So,
but that gets back to what you were saying before, which is that the advertiser also has a role to play.
Absolutely. The networks provide a very valuable service, which is to provide a gateway and a technology layer through which this all happens. But I completely absolve the networks of all responsibility for policing it. It's the merchant's job to do it. The networks have to make sure that the tracking happens. And as far as I'm concerned, that's their job. 100%. They've got to make sure that everything's recorded from a technology perspective. But as the merchant or the person in charge of making sure that the merchant's program works, it's our job to make sure that the affiliate is getting the correct code, that they're implementing it, that they're happy with it, that they're getting the payout, that they're getting the right piece of creative, that they're satisfied with it, that it's what they needed, and that all those other human things are happening in the back end. That's what the affiliate manager's job is. That's ultimately what drives value from a program. And then you have to have a look at cross-channel corruption and all those other things.
Any other questions from the audience? Go ahead and state your name, what company you're with, and what your question is.
Hi, it's Tavis McKenzie from PhoneCardDepot.com. The question I have is just a general question about coupons. If we have a coupon field on the site and a customer can't find a coupon, do you think it lowers conversions? And the other question is, we sometimes put our coupons on press releases. Do you think that we should, and we also keep a log of these press releases on our site under the press release section. Do you think that we should keep these coupon codes in our press release section as well?
Yeah, first off, pet peeve, we have merchants we did a lot with, and they had a field on their site for coupon code, and they never had a coupon code, ever. They used it for, as a test code, basically. They had somebody they were going to be working with as a promo code for them, but never a single one for a consumer. And it took months of us screaming to get that taken down, because yes, it did hurt, because then we hear back, oh, you don't offer any coupons for this, you're lying, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the other one is, as far as the second part of your question about should you have new press releases, well, how long do you want it to be out there? Do these expire? I can see that you're doing that as an acquisition piece, but given the way search works on the internet and that your press release is on your site forever, does it benefit you to have anybody finding it? Is it a single use, or can somebody use it every time they come and order from you? And you have to look at the qualitative issues of the coupon as well.
Why don't we let Jonathan answer that as well? He's over there going like Horseshack, So take it away, Jonathan.
I have hard metrics. We took on a client from the magazine subscription business, and they had a coupon code which was empty. We first of all put in A/B testing on this. By removing it, we reduced the shopping cart abandonment by 70%. Simply because people would come there, go through the form, fill in the details, get to the coupon code, and because of the training that has happened, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I do it as well. When I see coupon code, I go away to Google. Let's go find one. Because hell, that's what I've been trained to do. And then I don't find one. I go look at the next bright shiny thing, and I'm gone. That's just the way we are. And by taking it away, We reduced their shopping cart abandonment by 7%, and then by integrating the actual coupon into the affiliate program, we were able to improve their offer, and we doubled the actual conversion rate because we now offered the affiliates an actual coupon with a dollar value off their purchase, and that really worked. So those are two things that you can try.
Does that answer your question? I think that's a resounding get them off there answer. All right, we'll hear from Corey Newhouse.
How you doing? Corey Newhouse, Amazing Clubs. My question is this, my feeling about pirates versus value add is pretty simple. If the majority of your traffic as a coupon site comes from people typing in a merchant's name, you're probably a pirate. If it comes from other ways, you're probably a value add. And I want to get your guys' feedback on it. Agree, disagree, where do you guys stand on it?
I agree with you, by the way.
I guess I'll disagree with that one. You're assuming that there's only one way to add value. If somebody types in your brand's name and they go somewhere else, why is that? Yes, they could just be typing it into the address bar, and some consumers are a little confused about how that works, or everybody uses Google as their start page, as I hear. But there's something else. Number one, there are different types of consumers out there, and they're looking for different types of things, and they may find it somewhere else in the search results. So it can benefit you to have multiple folks out there, especially ones who are driving to your site. There's some multi-channel folks who, especially if it's in the product area, where they ban all affiliates from advertising on their brand, as an example. And what winds up happening is either the competitors are in there, or there are stores that sell their product. Well, what happens? They're paying the affiliate 10, 11%, and they're basically paying out 50% to Neiman Marcus or Bloomingdale's or Macy's. I don't understand how that benefits them. So you can actually use your affiliates and control what's being seen on those search pages.
Michelle, do you have a thought on this? Because don't you represent pretty high-end brands.
But is it brands or retailers? That's a different question. So
tell us your thoughts on both.
Well, the retailer, I agree with you. You basically just snipe someone's product, But if it's a brand, then I think it can be decision to help you. If it's a decision-making site, it can go to, even if it's a coupon or whatever. Like for instance, we track really highly on UGG's in Google, which UGG Deckers Corporation pays tons of money on paid links for, and over Christmas it just goes ballistic. But what we have is a buying guide. So maybe we up the sale, or maybe someone was on the fence, or maybe it's a guy looking to buy for his wife who doesn't know what to buy. So I think that's the only time I think a brand is more useful with an affiliate. Again, like even with we work with underwear sites which can't make money on the word bras, because it's like a lot of teenage boys searching for bras. And so, but we get best bras, we're #1 in Google because we again created a guide for like the Zagat guide to bras pretty much. And so, it helps if it's driving a sale into helping someone make a decision. I think that's different.
Well, and that's the definition of a value add, though. You're giving the consumer information, and if somebody's searching for a brand, say ballet bras, you're value adding because you're providing them information on fitting or whatever else. But if somebody was wanting to buy a bra at Neiman Marcus and you bid on that, now you're siphoning that traffic from them. So that's the difference between the brand and the retailer that you were talking about, right? Okay, great. Anybody else want to address Corey's question?
To that point, that there are other ways that there can be benefits added, again, as far as how the pre-sale is done, or the potential upsell. If there's other information, even if it's about the merchant. If there are consumer reviews on the page, if there are ratings, if there are other products, if there are links showing the depth of what that merchant has, the question is, can you analyze your numbers and find out, are you getting a higher average order size going through the affiliate that you're getting through your search channel? That's one metric you can be looking at, as opposed to just blindly having a knee-jerk reaction of, oh, this is bad, I must stop this.
Are we talking about organic search too as well? I mean, I can't see how we can blame Google's algorithms for a content site showing up above a merchant site.
Corey.
Except for his spam.
Hang on, Cody.
I was really thinking more of the retailer site. In other words, that's how you get to the site. And I get, like, if you're looking for Sony, Sony has 85 different sites that sell it. That they accept that risk when they sell their products to 85 different sites. But if it's someone looking for the name of your site, and that's how majority of an affiliate's traffic gets there, that's bad for the merchant.
How do you know they don't want information about your site? How do you know they don't
Because if they wanted information about my site, they'd come to my site. That's where the information is.
The point is,
They won't get reviews
That's
about
why
your
it's
site
on
on your site. They won't find out if people have had trouble ordering or if there have been problems.
No, and look, guys, look, this isn't like black and white. I get that there are different reasons, but in general, if the majority of an affiliate's traffic comes from typing in the name of a merchant, they're probably taking sales from a merchant that the merchant would have gotten themselves. That's my feeling. You guys can agree with this.
The way to find out is if you can stop that from happening for a couple of weeks. We've had merchants test with us on this very issue. We said, listen, go darken all of your trademark advertising. Leave the rest of it out. That's fine. But on the trademark stuff, drop it for 2 weeks. And we drop it for 2 weeks, and then they call us again for 2 weeks. They've done the research, turned through the numbers, and say, can you turn it back on now, please? What do you mean, how come that? Because they benchmarked 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after.
How do they find that those sales are coming back to them anyway? How do they measure that? They don't
You'll have to ask them. You're the ones who work with all of them.
What I'm proposing is they don't. It simply doesn't come through a trackable source, the affiliate program anymore. So, therefore, who knows if we're getting it anyway? We don't. They don't have the means to track. Well, how? I'd love to know.
Maybe after the session. We've got.
I'm tracking the orders that you're no longer receiving through the affiliate program. How do you do that?
What's the track orders that come from a specific affiliate?
So a bunch of people here said that they can do that.
You can track it by looking at the refer information. You can look at the
But how do you know that's
day to
traffic?
day or month to month.
But how do you know that otherwise would have been associated with the affiliates?
Well, in some cases you don't. You're just going to have to look at week over week.
In the cases that you do, how do you know?
You can look in type-in traffic, and you can compare how many sales you got in type-in traffic in the 1 week versus the next week. Absolutely, unequivocally can measure that. You can measure in cookie traffic. You can measure in email refers. You can measure in SEO traffic. If your sales go up or your sales go down, you can measure that as well.
But that's assuming that all of your type-in traffic was coming from your affiliate.
No, it's not assuming that. All David was saying was...
You have to, how do you separate that?
All David was saying, and I'm agreeing with him, is that there's enough metrics that you can look at. No, you can't say Bill's order at 3:30. Gosh, I don't know where that came from, but in aggregate, you can look at improvements or decreases and look at the numbers and make a best case educated guess on, was this a good business decision or wasn't it? It's not just so simple as, oh boy, I should stop all affiliates from doing anything like that. It takes a lot of analysis, and to just say affiliates are bad because they've been on trademarks is really silly.
Well, Jeff, how do you tell your client that they should stop something if the metrics don't exist?
I don't tell my client anything. I let my client make it. These are the clients that they're thinking. That's their thing.
Off topic.
That's how
Okay, let's move on. Connie's got a comment or question, and we're going to let her have the microphone because everybody keeps talking about her, so we'll let her talk about herself for a minute.
I just wanted to say a couple of things. That I agree that there's really a lot of bad coupon sites out there, but I get really tired of being lumped in with them. There's so much bad stuff out there when you have people make comments that all coupon sites are horrible and they're scum. Then merchants don't want to work with me. They won't even give me a chance. I'm in that group, and that's really unfair. And to make a couple other points, not everybody is, there's millions of shoppers on the internet, and there's millions of different types of sites that cater to different types of shoppers. Not everyone is shopping at Saks. My people aren't looking for maybe $500 pairs of shoes. They're not even looking for a brand. They need jeans for their kids, or they need sheets for their bed. They're not necessarily looking for, oh, I want this brand. They just want a good deal. And there's many stores out there that aren't a brand. Coupons work great for those, especially first-time buyer coupons. Get that person. There's many stores I've tried that I had never heard of because they had a coupon. I loved their customer service. I loved their product. I went back. You know, and coupons are good for some things, they're bad for other things. But to just say that coupons are either bad or good is wrong.
I would agree with you, but on the one point that sheets and stuff like that to me are commodity, which is what
Everybody
we talked
needs
about
sheets.
before. Right, which
Yeah.
makes it a commodity, which means that it's, for those kind of things, couponing, discounting, I think, I'm not agreeing with you. So, I was going to say something else and I totally lost it. I'll come back.
No, I just get really tired of people bashing coupon sites when they're not all equal. Just as all incentive sites are not equal, nothing is equal. You have to judge everything. And like David said, like with Mom's View, it's like those are the sites that give some of us a bad name. And also on the policing issue, merchants will find out that some of their better, hardworking, ethical affiliates will help you police. You know, but then it's up to the merchant. So many merchants do nothing.
Yeah.
If they say, okay, because I have many merchants who say we do not allow coupons, and we know that if we run them, we're getting dumped. Where many, if they don't enforce that, that's their own problem. They're getting what they deserve.
I do want to say what I remember is that I cannot stand first-time only coupons, because that's basically you're slapping your return customer in the face to only let you use a first-time customer, and that's not a way to
Those are the customers then that you probably will, instead of giving the coupon to the coupon sites, they're on your email list. You send those people the return customer coupons, but you give your coupon affiliates the first-time customer coupons.
I just think it's to me, I mean, sometimes it works, but I think that it's pretty much saying returning customers, loyal customers, we think you should pay more.
Well, that depends on the business model that you're following. I mean, if you take an example of a client of ours, Peapod.com. I mean, I suppose most people know Peapod is an online shopping portal. So they have an incentive offer, $10 off your first purchase. Now, I mean, online shopping is a notoriously low-margin business, so they cannot keep that incentive running off every purchase. They wouldn't be in business. So again, you know, I understand your point of view where you would say, oh, okay, you don't value me as a customer because you don't want to keep giving me an incentive. But in their particular case, to them it's a big chunk. They pay their affiliate $15, and then they give the actual consumer $10 for making that investment with them to try them out for the first purchase. But it's impossible for them to keep paying $10 discount every time that person makes a further purchase. So in their particular business model, the first time coupon makes sense. But I agree with you as well. You know, we're all agreeing and disagreeing depending on the merchant's perspective that we look at it, which is why this is a really difficult
But if it's because they have no competition that they can really, I mean, in New York there's two. There's Fairway, which is, Fresh Direct, which is pretty much owns the market. And then there's Prestige that's trying to come up from behind. And in the beginning there was like a big, coupon, showdown.
Yeah.
But like, I pretty much, I order from them because I want to carry stuff in New York, but I hate them. Why should I have to pay and tip and all this stuff? And if someone came along and was offering me cheaper prices, lower discounts, I would do it. Which again comes down to coupons, though, like, why don't you just make it cheaper?
But have you ever signed up for a subscription, gotten the first month free?
Yeah, like usually.
And then you continue to pay every other month. You're getting that benefit the first month.
That's
But
great.
then when they want you to renew, don't I go on, magazines.com and search around until I find the cheapest one and use a coupon?
Gentlemen in the gray room.
We have about 9 people that have questions, and I have 2 minutes left. So since this is a debate, we're going to have a vote real quick. Do you guys want to end 2 minutes early, or do you want to go over by about 5 minutes? 2 minutes early, raise your hand. Go over 5 minutes, raise your hand. Okay, fantastic. Let's keep going.
I think that poor gentleman has been really raising his hand the whole time.
If you voted, if you voted for 2 minutes early, you're dismissed.
Hi, I'm Harry Brush from Network Solutions. We've spent an inordinate amount of time over the last year self-policing our affiliate program to the detriment of the overall success of our program, growing it because of where our priorities have been. I've heard a couple of people mention that it's the merchant's responsibility to do this. I think the retail price for CJ is like 30% of commissions paid out. We're paying them in essence for access to their network. is it not their responsibility to give us a network that's clean so that we can build it instead of spending all of our time self-policing?
I think CJ gives you the tools in order to be able to police it as you should. You can manually approve your merchants. You can look at every single one of them. You can demand more information. Well, to some extent, and you in the tracking and the reporting gives you the information you need in order to be able to police your program the best means possible. Now, if you're on autopilot and then try to go back and police, I mean, you're in trouble. But I think CJ gives you the tools in order to do it right. Well, whose policy?
Providing tools is one thing, but keeping it clean to start with, it seems to me would make it much more productive for both sides.
The bottom line.
Hang on just a second here. Is anybody from Commission Junction here? Would you like to answer that question? On the microphone?
Publicly, in front of the camera.
Sitting ducks, thank you very much. My response to that is that I did hear some comments in the crowd saying that all of the advertisers' policies are different, and that is one of the most difficult things about policing the network, is because advertisers change their policies frequently. They'll change multiple policies without really notifying the affiliates, and that's detrimental to the affiliate programs. So we do what we can in our with the information we're given, but a lot of the time we're not accurately notified by the advertisers as well. So the more we all talk to each other, the better off everyone is.
Also,
Communication is the key, sounds like.
CJ did terminate a high-profile publisher that they thought was doing something wrong, especially with software. So to their credit, they have done that. Also, on the positive side, CJ has the CJ Performers program, where they're picking out the top publishers, and there are two aspects to that. It's not just that you have 5 bars or whatever the sales level is for it. You also have to pass the network quality review. It's a department there that looks to see, are you breaking the rules? So there are some very big super affiliates out there who aren't CJ Performers because they break the rules all the time. So that's one way that you can actually look to see who's good.
Just one last comment if I may. We run about 9 programs in CJ, and the reason I was so adamant about it's the merchant's responsibility is that CJ defines the tool set, gives that to you, and yes, ultimately they're responsible for making sure that they're ethical publishers in the network, but which means they're responsible for making sure that the people in the network are honest and are above board. But they can only respond to what the merchants say. So, what we find as a bad affiliate in one program or a non-producing affiliate in one program might be an excellent affiliate in another program just due to the nature of his traffic. It doesn't mean he's doing illegal things. So, based on that, they can't particularly go and terminate affiliates. It's only when you can actually pinpoint illegal activity that they can take action. So it's really difficult for them to go around terminating affiliates or enforcing policy, but they have been swift to act when we've found those kind of violations. But you have to be able to manage your own program proactively because you need an affiliate manager to do that.
And reporting the violation.
Absolutely, you've got to report the violation.